Welcome, everybody, to New Orleans and the iconic Caesars Superdome, the long-term home of the All-State Sugar Bowl, which this year, of course, is part of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle to clear before the national championship game. We'll find out here today which side has the toughness and the depth to keep driving toward that ultimate goal, the chance to raise that gold trophy over their heads. As we'll see the number 11 seed in this playoff, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the number 2 seed in the playoff, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit, and here we go, a college football playoff semifinal. Which team will keep their national championship hopes alive today? Bunch formation. They'll hand it off. They'll stop him behind the... Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. Quarterback escapes the pocket, trying to extend the play. Breaking free at the 35. That's 1st and 10. Handoff here from the shotgun. They pick up 4.
You as a play caller, that's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
That's a nice wrapper down. They'll run it to the right side. Brought down to the 46, good enough for a first down. This LSU offense is moving quickly down the field.
That's how you keep the opening drive alive right there. Good, hard, tough running to be able to pick up that first down and the 3rd down conversion. In history, it's easy to bring up Joe Burrow in 2019, but Chris, you've been following this as long as I have. You know that when LSU is really dangerous and complement the running game. And right now you're starting to see that from this team. Good completion. Now, can you do it?
Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. A sack in the play could
Get my
not
quarterback.
escape the pass rush.
This is exactly how you can slow down the momentum and a rhythm of an offense. You got to get some tackles for a loss and some sacks. This time, they come up with a sack by getting after that quarterback.
The 9th play of a strong opening drive. It's 3rd and long. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Looking for the wideout. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. Defense stops him short of the marker. So now it's 4th down.
Well, that's another completion by this quarterback. Another great gain and a first down. And already over 30 yards through the air. This quarterback is in a zone here to start this game.
So their first drive of the game, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Aggressive start. Finds this receiver. That's enough for the first down. 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in. And he runs it in for the... Looking out throwing here to start the drive. And the sack rate. Ball handed off. Breaking free at the 35. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. And there it was.
There it is. It's a thing of beauty when he gets out into the open field, and I thought he was going to take it all the way to the house. You got to give these defenders some credit off of them in these next few plays.
Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Can he reach the end zone? And he'll make it if he can keep that passing game going. The last possession, very efficient and precise. Just runs through a man. A mismatch. 6 in his first down. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. They stop it. Linebackers making some adjustments now. Defense is coming after him. And that pass rush drive going. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. He's going to pull it down and run. Put him out. 4th down, looking to throw for it. Quarterback finds an open target on the left ruling after getting a look at that replay. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off.
Exactly what we saw right there.
Running back with the football. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's 4th down coming up. The offense still on the field. Looks like they're going to go for it. not going to get... Testing the right side here. He's found some room at the 45. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. And a short pitch and catch. Try and muscle for the first down. And the Nittany line.
Already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game.
Defense, 3rd and long. Drop in back. We're going to throw for the first down. Makes the grab. It's one that hurry up. Here we go. 4th down. They'll try to run for it. And he'll get the first down yard. Running game is working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. The pocket breaking down. Kind of play that decides football games. And they pick up the first on the ground. Makes it across the goal. On 4th down, didn't get it, and it ended up costing them 6 points. And they bounce back here. Finds room at the 30.
Vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do it.
They'll try the ground game here with the running back. And they'll stop him after a short gain.
That's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. I wouldn't be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
3rd down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. He's running out of time here. Freshman introducing himself to the quarterback there.
I mean, it's another sack, Chris. I mean, we're just getting started here. First half, you're already talking about giving up 3 sacks. You got to think about changing things up schematically, help that offensive line, and help that poor quarterback before he gets killed.
They will go for it again here on 4th down. They are 1 for 2 so far today. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. 4th down. He's throwing for it. And they've got him a sack to end.
Field desperately trying to find an open receiver. Nobody's open, but he still has got to take off or try to make a play. Instead, he's sacked, and it's a turnover on downs.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Makes a quick catch. Finding some room at the 25. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
A running back who can take a check down like that and turn it into a gain can be a quarterback's best friend. And it's an easy way to rack up those touches and get the ball to your playmaker in the open field.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Stopped short of the marker after just a short gain. And they convert here on 3rd down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
Needs a completion here on 4th down. Pass caught. Can he get in? The defense makes the stop at the 3.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On 4th down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly.
Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Penn State. Time to answer before halftime. It's a squib kick. It's going to be fielded by one of the up men. Can he make it? All the way for a touchdown. First half. Let's see if they just play it cautious and get to the break in front. He's going to take off. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Off play action, he's looking to throw. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
That ball just seemed to sail on. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
He'll take a deep shot here. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up fourth down.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. Third and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this fourth and short.
So they start the drive looking for some late fireworks here. Less than 30 seconds before halftime. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Looking to make a play deep downfield. The catch is made for a huge pickup. They could not stop him. He's in. Play action here on first down. Quick throw to his receiver. It's complete. What a grab near the sideline. In a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. First and 10 now for the offense. Using his legs, it's Wallace.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, of this playoff game, no adjustments, go right back to giving this running back the football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
The Nittany Lions are in the red zone. Back in motion now. Second down, we're going to throw it. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Well within field goal range now, but they're hoping for more as they line up here on third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. They'll bring him down short of the marker, and now it's going to be fourth down. And the Nittany Lions will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. And he's throwing for it on fourth down. This will fall incomplete and a turnover on downs.
This is the chance you take here as an offensive coordinator and a play caller. You go for it here, you draw it up perfectly, you think this is the right play, and then the execution is not there. So the defense catches a break, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
Takes the ball and heads to the left side. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Ball handed off. Breaking free at the 35. They bring him down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid gain. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman.
You know, in that era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Things just appear to be a bit out of sync from the get-go on that one. Give credit to the front seven of that defense for staying in the proper lanes and getting to the ball carrier, not let him dance around and make something out of nothing.
Now from the 40, the offense faces a third and long to keep this drive going. Bringing pressure. They've got him. Defense comes up with a sack.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
Here comes the punter onto the field. He's on to boot it away now. Oh, he's got a crease here. Look out. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. And the Penn State offense comes back on the field. Defense got a big fourth down stop in the last possession. Let's see what happens here. And looking for a big play here. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
Not much on that play. Brought down short. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Using his legs on the scramble. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
Well, Chris, that's a great example of why we see these college football coaches bringing in baseball coaches to teach these quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy? Make sure he doesn't get hurt. That's exactly what he did on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. And he's tackled, but only... Offense switches it up here, looking to throw the ball now. Extending the play now. Football comes out. And the defense jumps on the football. Last possession, they were forced to kick it away. Can they finally get things going this time? Receiver makes
the offense makes the reception. Are you giving up much space? Are you giving up yards after the catch? Here, just a really...
We'll see if the defense brings the blitz. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the first down. He's moving out of the pocket. But just gives up on the play.
For this offense to convert, but at least they have some room now to work if they want to bring the punter out.
He's got some daylight, turning on the speed. Still going. It's a foot race. Yes, all the way to is back out on the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. They bring him down, but he reaches the 30-yard line. It's a solid run, gives the offense a first down and a new set of downs. Handoff to the back. Breaks loose at the 40. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Every now and then, we see a really good run. We tend to focus on what other people did in order for that run to happen, what the offensive line did. Maybe the receivers are blocking good on the edge.
10. The defense with more pre-snap movement. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. Looking to pass here on second down. Throws it to the right. He makes the grab. Heads out of bounds after a solid game, more than enough to pick up a first down. Looking to throw it from the red zone. Pressure is coming. Got him for a sack. This big guy's up front will have to regroup now. It's 2nd and 14. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. He's got it near the end zone. And the defense makes a saving tackle at the 2-yard line.
Chris, I love the versatility of this running back. We're seeing what he can do on full display on this drive. He's been running the football very well. This time, they get him the ball out of the backfield, catching it, and he gets another positive gain.
Great chance for the offense to tie the game. 1st and goal. And they're trying to punch it in here. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1. It's a 2nd and goal play for the offense. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. The Penn State offense is back out on the field. They got into plus territory last time, but the drive ended on a fumble. They got to shake that off immediately. Breaking free at the 35. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Looking right, this one caught. And he'll be brought down.
And that is always the toughest thing for a defense, when you cover the initial routes by the receivers, but then they start their second routes adjusting to the quarterback scramble, and they're able to get open. And when you have a quarterback who can run around and buy time, it makes it so much tougher on coverage.
Offense facing third and short, approaching midfield. Can they convert here, or will they face a tough fourth down decision? They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. And he moves the ball across midfield and picks up a first down.
Here's a great example of a back knowing where he needed to go on this play, and he didn't mess around. He got between the tackles and earned every single yard.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Caught quickly.
Well, the coaches told us all week, don't be shocked if we use the fullback in the passing game. I thought they were kidding us, but here it is for a first down.
Nittany Lions starting a new series here on 1st and 10. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down here, time for perhaps just one more play before the 2-minute warning. Defense trying to jam these receivers at the line. And the clock has stopped here as we've reached the final 2 minutes of play. Offense getting set. Second down play here. Looking for some space. It's Smith. In the clear at the 25. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. They were clicking last time. Great protection. The pitch and catch was solid. Right down for a touchdown. The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly. Now, with the play fake, he'll look to throw it. He's escaping the pocket now. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up third down.
At this point in the game, obvious situations, you're going to throw the football. I like the call by the defensive coordinator. Went with dime. 6 defensive backs, give him as much speed on the field as you can. May have confused the quarterback there a little bit and led to that incompletion.
He breaks free. He's looking to scramble. Tackle made on the play at the 29-yard line.
Boy, how many times do we see this late in the fourth quarter? You know the pass rush is going to be there. They're getting after him. They're getting upfield. They get a great push. What do they create? Space in lanes, and he takes off and picks up a first down.
Looking to scramble. Heavy pressure. He lets it go. Able to get the pass away, but took a hit that time.
Well, the pass rush does a good job of chasing him out of the pocket. He's trying to buy some time looking downfield, but he better be careful being too patient. He gets hit as he throws his football, and it falls incomplete.
Makes the catch. It's Watkins. They keep the drive going. It's a first down at the 46.
Well, we saw a lot of this in the first half. They go right back to him again, and we can see the second half, that same trend continuing. If I'm the defense coordinator, I'm rolling my coverage. Get a corner up in his face and put a safety back behind him. Some kind of double coverage to slow this guy down.
Looking to throw it on first down. Can't get it away. The defense has got away. Huge stop at this stage of the game.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve as much clock as possible. They'll get set, needing to score quickly now, looking for some big plays right here. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. It's caught downfield. Heads out of bounds after running for the first down to keep this scoring threat alive. Serious pressure now for the defense. The offense really clicking here. Linebackers maybe trying to confuse the line with some movement. Trying to create outside the pocket now. And he heads out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
I love that this guy's not willing to just give up on plays. You know, he's got enough athletic ability to give you some positive yards in the run game, and he's able to do that, right?
And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's third down.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots, get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
Going to try to use his legs here. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit. The offense signals for timeout. 28 seconds remaining on the clock.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is going to get after him. They get upfield. They have a great pass rush. What do they create? Space and running lanes. And he takes off and picks up some nice yards.
A short completion at the tight end. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
Tackled at the 5-yard line. Now it's first and goal right there. First down, clock stops for a moment, but no huddle here. They've got to hurry. They'll run it here. And the freshman brings him down quickly. And a timeout taken by the offense to stop the clock with 12 seconds remaining.
But anything at this point in the game, when you get down to first and goal, get positive yards, that's a good thing. Now, what will they do here on second goal? They spread this defense out, try to create some one-on-one matchups.
Second down and goal upcoming. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. And that one's incomplete with just 7 seconds left on the clock.
Well, this is it. Late in the game, really tight situation. This is what separates a good quarterback from a great quarterback. Can he come up with the play to keep this drive alive?
Urgency here. Got to cut into this lead. It's third down and goal. Snags the quick throw. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. This offense cannot be stopped.
And just like that, Chris, we've got a touchdown here, and they're an extra point away from taking the lead. Unbelievable to watch this quarterback and this offense work.
Says forget OT. We're going for 2 to take the lead right here. You snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. And it's caught. The gutsy call pays off for 2 points, and they take the lead here late. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. The kickoff, a little too hot to handle, goes through the end zone for a touchback. Offense will need some big plays to get into field goal range. The clock, a huge factor here. Now a timeout is taken with just 5 seconds remaining. The offense here needs some big plays to give the kicker a chance here. The clock is a factor. First down. We're going to throw the football. Now in the final couple minutes, here's a deep shot. And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it. And that pick will preserve the victory for the defense as the time runs out. Well, that's a great performance in a pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship game and play for that trophy.
And this is a new era. I mean, think about the weeks, the amount of games that these guys have been able to play, and to be able to accomplish this, to get to the national championship, that says everything about the endurance of this football team, both mentally and physically, and they get one more hurdle to see if they can become the national champs.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.